Hello everyone, welcome back to another edition of the RAW Smackdown for the week of May 15th, 2023. Now, before we get into my personal highlights from this week's episodes of Monday Night Raw and Friday Night Smackdown, I want to send my well wishes and a speedy recovery to Liv Morgan, one half of the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, alongside Raquel Rodriguez, or at least they were. Why do I say that? Well, Liv Morgan suffered a shoulder injury on last week's episode of SmackDown in that tag team title match, but it looks like that shoulder injury is going to keep her out longer than most of us thought. And WWE stripped Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez of the Women's Tag Team Championships this past Friday on SmackDown. All I can say is those tag team titles are cursed. They've been cursed since 2019, and it has claimed another victim in Liv Morgan. So Liv, hopefully you'll be back in the ring doing what you do best. Wishing you a speedy and healthy recovery. As for the Women's Tag Team Championships, well, they're going to have a fatal four-way to crown new champions in 2 weeks on Raw. So that being said, let's get into my personal highlights from this week's episodes of Raw and SmackDown. And basically there's only one large highlight, and that is of course the Bloodline story. How is it going to advance towards the big matchup at Night of Champions? Well, from the champion side of things on Raw, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens were basically getting new enemies on the show. Why was that? Well, you could thank the Walrus. You could thank the Wise Man, Paul Heyman. But wait, isn't Paul Heyman the SmackDown guy? Why is he on Raw? Well, we'll get to questioning that in just a bit. But anyway, Paul Heyman negotiated a deal with the two big factions on the show, the Judgment Day and Imperium, to go after Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. And they did such that in the main event of the show. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens actually lost to Finn Balor and Damian Priest thanks to some help from Gunther of Imperium, distracting the champions. As Corey Graves said on the show, the walls are closing in on the champions with the now three groups going after Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. But again, going back to my original question, why was Paul Heyman on this show when WWE had written in to draft him to SmackDown? He should be on SmackDown only. He is not an undisputed champion. He should be on SmackDown. So why is he on Raw? Well, oh wait, they wrote in a visitor's pass, right? Like he was a guest speaker, a TED talker at school, right? That's such a lousy, lame excuse. Like if you were gonna have Paul Heyman be on both shows, why didn't you just make him draft ineligible? Like make him like a free agent like Brock Lesnar or Omos. Like what are we doing here? Like you're already breaking the rules of the WWE draft that you started a month ago. The brand split like that happened a week or two ago that went into effect, and you're already breaking the rules. And you're breaking the rules with the Women's Tag Team Championship, mind you. Side note. But anyway, let's continue on with this Bloodline story. On SmackDown, the champions and the challengers went face to face when Roman was basically downplaying Sami Zayn's time in the Bloodline, while Sami Zayn was reminding Roman of how his Bloodline empire was starting to crumble right before his very eyes, even though he could sense that Roman was basically downplaying it all. And as Roman was about to get to his next point on Sami Zayn, out came the Usos attacking the champions, but Roman Reigns was all pissed about it. The Usos weren't supposed to come out to attack the champions. As he was about to leave, he shoulder bumped Solo Sikoa, and Solo was not happy about it. And Roman knew about this. He was like, fuck, I messed up here, but I'm just gonna leave anyway. So now it creates this tension between not just the Usos, but possibly Solo Sikoa. Could we see a tease that Solo could also turn on Roman Reigns at Night of Champions? And it's like, well, shit. Oh man, this Bloodline thing, this downfall could be getting more interesting now that Roman Reigns has created possible tension with Solo now. Maybe a tease of that. And now in the main event, the Usos continue to let Roman Reigns down by losing to the LWO's Rey Mysterio and Santos Escobar with some help from Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens as payback for what happened earlier in the night. Roman Reigns gets all pissy. He knows that, man, they're fucking up so bad. I cannot have them at Night of Champions. Now creates those questions. Are the Usos finally gonna turn on Roman Reigns? What about Solo Sikoa, who could be a tease in turning on Roman also? Or is this going to be all one big cock tease and Roman and Solo are going to hold the tag team titles high and proud at Night of Champions? We'll see what happens, man. Either way, I'm intrigued. Night of Champions should be an interesting one for this tag team title match and all the drama that's going to unfold. But anyway, let me know your thoughts on your personal highlights from this week's episodes on Monday Night Raw and Friday Night Smackdown for the week of May 15th, 2023. I am DylanLasagna, signing out of another edition of the RAW Smackdown. And until next time, peace out.